Fellas, it's good to be back. I've been away this weekend. I had a friend that just got married. I was actually back yesterday, but I was in recovery. So, yeah, we're actually good now. Our mind is clear, which it needs to be for the subject that we're going to be talking about, which is the Crucible, aka what the hell is the point anyways? Now, you ever seen this right here? This is actually the Valor reset. You see, you max out your Valor rank at 2000 rank. And if you're a new light player, or just a new player in general, this might actually mean something to you for the first time. You might actually be looking at this and going, oh my God, what is about to happen when I hold this key down and reset my rank? Well, Bungie just kind of throws you some crap, which really doesn't mean anything, especially for my guys that are already very much invested into in-game, because you only get a powerful reward. You don't even get a pinnacle from resetting your Valor. On top of that, you don't even get good gear. It's not like one of these pieces of armor that you get from resetting your Valor has like high stat bonuses. No, they're very much garbage. Somewhere between 50 and 60, but I don't even think I've gotten one piece of armor that is 60 and plus from a Valor reset. And I've reset my Valor this season like 7 or 8 times. Maybe even more. I don't even know. All I know is I quit counting when I realized very quickly that it was absolutely pointless, which is pretty much everything in Crucible. Guys, we are in a state right now where in-game is pretty much min-maxing your gear. That's it. That is in-game in Destiny. You do the raid every week. You do some pinnacle level activities. You hope you get some good stat gear so that you can actually sit there and min-max your stats. The problem is min-maxing our stats right now is so rare simply because we just don't have the armor pieces, at least abundantly, in order for us to sit there and actually calculate how we would want to min-max our gear. And if you're a Crucible player only, well, you are out of luck. Not only are you out of luck, but you have no way to obtain prisms or ascended shards inside of the Crucible. Therefore, you will never be able to truly max out your gear. Now, I'm not saying that ascended shards or prisms should be handed out every single Crucible game. Obviously, the Nightfall ordeals is something that needs to retain value, which I'm all for. But the amount of hours that it takes to even run Crucible to get to a Valor reset should award something valuable. This is my postmaster. I know, some of you right now are losing your mind. This is my postmaster on a daily basis when I play Crucible. Now, when I play PvE, I've got this all cleared out. It's looking pretty spiffy. I make sure I don't drop any loot. But this is my postmaster as well as my inventory when I play Crucible, because I do not care. I already know every bit of gear that we get after every single Crucible match is just straight garbage. Now, granted, there may be a blue or something in there that have high stat values in one specific stat. I know that's been covered in the past week, but for the most part, everything is garbage. And this is something that is not only in just like regular 6v6 quick play. No, loot for Crucible players is garbage in all aspects of the game. It blows my mind because right now, Bungie is yearning to obtain information and feedback from the community in regards to Crucible Labs and elimination. They want to know what everyone's favorite game mode is inside of elimination. Like, which elimination game type was your favorite in the past month? Bungie, if you really want everyone to go in there and play some elimination and give you appropriate feedback, do like a weekly reset after 5 or 10 games of like, I don't know, 1 Ascendant Shard or 1 Prism. I don't know, if you want to be really cheap about things, Bungie, just give people 1 Prism. But even that, even an enhancement core would be something that we get from actively playing Crucible. I play every bit of this game, okay? I enjoy every bit of this game. But people in the comments, when we talk about comp especially, say things like, this is a PvE only game. I can't wait for PvP to die out. That is such a sour outlook on Destiny as a whole. First up, the thing that makes Destiny so special is the fact that it can do both of these things, both PvE and PvP. You want to go ahead and kill off half your community? Go ahead, Bungie, cut out PvP. Anybody playing Anthem? Huh? Anybody? No. And I'm not saying that PvP would have saved Anthem, but it couldn't hurt it any worse than what it already is. The fact is that Destiny's formula, where it incorporates both PvP and PvE, is what gives it so much value, what separates it from so many other games, which is why Bungie must keep both of these and maintain both of these. But let's be real, guys, from the lack of vendor refreshes to the removal of pinnacles to not even including a new annual legend reward inside of comp, And on top of that, not even making things like valor resets be pinnacle or even giving value to any other playlist inside of Crucible in terms of materials. What is the point in playing Crucible anymore? This was supposed to be the season in which there was going to be a renewed focus on PvP. And we are, 4 or 5 weeks away? Not even that long until this season is over? Where is that renewed focus? Because I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it at all. You're probably disliking what I'm saying, but I've been through all of the growing pains when it's come to Destiny. I definitely look at this one as that. But there is no way I can go ahead and put a check mark on this expansion and say that it was an absolute success. I've got an issue with some of the artifact mods, as well as the reset economy around it. I've got an issue with the season pass and Eververse and how things have been monetized this season. I know Bungie's got to make money, and I'm all for Bungie making money. I really am, because if Bungie makes money and if they reinvest it back in Destiny, the game gets better. You want Bungie to make money, guys. Bungie, I want you to make money. Bungie employees, I want you to get good Christmas bonuses. I want you guys to be rolling in it. I really do. But at the same time, I hope to God every bit of that Eververse money is being put back into the infrastructure and foundation of this game. Which is why I haven't just jumped up and started condemning everything, because this is the first season we started to see this monetization practice. Seasons being sold a la carte, season passes, Eververse being pretty much loaded down with all kinds of goodies. I can overlook a lot, okay? I really can't, but only if I start seeing some major moves happening in regards to the quality of this game. I put out this tweet earlier. I said I'm not sure if it's the move to Steam, matchmaking changes, or a combination of the two, but the servers for Destiny 2 have been terrible in Crucible. Even Classic Mix, which is supposed to be connection-based, is still incredibly laggy. I really hope to see server quality as a major topic soon. It's gotta be one of the biggest topics, guys, going forward, okay? Server quality for the Crucible will make the difference for everyone. And I know we've kind of veered off, but this all just kind of ties back into what's the point? What is the point of playing Crucible when the guy that's in there bungee cording all over the place, because whether his connection or the Steam servers or whatever is trash, one or the other is allowing him to beat you in 1v1 scenarios, when you know dang well it's just because his connection is garbage. And with the rumors of something like Trials being on the horizon, I can't even imagine what Trials would feel like right now with the state of our servers. And maybe this is not a big issue for console players, but listen, for us on PC, I have seen a big difference when we went from Battle.net to Steam. And like I said, whether it was the move from Battle.net to Steam that caused it, it probably has more to do with just skill-based matchmaking or just a combination of the two. Regardless, the way in which Bungie has now been monetizing this game that started this season, there's no excuse why we shouldn't start seeing more funds being allocated to the well-being of this game, specifically those servers. So guys, that is my thoughts completely. As of right now, if you want to play Crucible, by all means, enjoy yourself. I definitely have a very fun time popping off, getting in there, getting funky, but as of right now, there is no incentive to do anything in Crucible. I want materials from Valor resets. I want pinnacle gear from Valor resets. Bungie, I want specific incentives for even doing Crucible labs and elimination. I want more people playing Elim. If Trials has a potential to be a reality for us, I want people in elimination figuring out what game mode they like. Right now, if I go out and actually take a poll and say, hey, which elimination game mode have you liked in the past 5 weeks, 6 weeks, or something like that? Majority of the answers are like, oh yeah, I played a game of that. I don't remember when. What kind of feedback is that? You can't poll feedback that way. But if you actually have some sort of weekly incentive for people to jump in there and actually play Crucible labs, my lord, you'll get a wave of tweets every Tuesday afternoon of a bunch of people saying, oh my god, this elimination game mode sucks, or this elimination game mode is amazing. You did a great job here, Bungie. Thus resulting in Trials, if it ever potentially returns, to be the game mode people actually like. But there's gotta be some sort of weekly incentive to even do Crucible laps. And on top of that, for the love of God, it's not gonna happen. It's over, boys. Pinnacles are out of here. You're never gonna see them again. The days of Luna's Hound Not Forgotten is never gonna happen again. But by God, something to obtain when you reach Legend and Comp, anything would be so much better. When I was at Bungie, I know some of you are actually throwing out some of these ideas, but I actually had a few of my own. We were told about the potential of no pinnacle weapons, which really bummed me out. But I brought up the topic of potentially an emblem that would change change every time you reset your valor or reset your glory, one or the other. Something that would prestige in some kind of way for a player to show off. And considering that glory is no longer glory-based matchmaking, is that true skill system that matchmakes you against other like-skill players, resetting your glory shouldn't be an issue. Now, obviously, that was just a few weeks before Shadowkeep launched, so that was impossible to do. It could very well be something that is on the horizon. Hopefully it is. Regardless though, we were told earlier this summer about the renewed focus toward PvP in Season 8, and I'm just not seeing it. Fellas and ladies, thank you all for coming and watching, and as always,
slap that like button like your mama told you right.